Kia ora tātou, welcome to Level 2 Algebra 2023. Let's get into it. A lot of people struggle with this and there were a few unfamiliar questions, so I'm just going to go through slowly. 4 on this. Okay, so first up I'm going to just ignore the root and just simplify what's in here. I'm going to get 4 times 2 to the 3 is 8 n cubed divided by n to the 8. And that's going to be 32 on n to the 5, but then we got to remember all of that was to the 1 on 5th power, so this is going to be 2 on n. N cubed to the yada. Okay, so again, just simplify inside first, so you're going to get 1 on 16 n cubed to the power of minus 0.5, which equals 1 on 16 to the minus 0.5 is, I'm pretty sure it's a quarter, but just verify that in your calculator. Yep, it's a quarter. A quarter times n times 3 to the power of 0.5. 3 times negative 0.5 is negative 1.5. So you get negative 1.5. And then that will just equal n to the 1.5, because the 4 will come up, because it's underneath, and then you've got a negative power on the bottom, so you can bring it to the top. Right. So this is one of those factor ones. A plus b on x equals a plus... This is a strange question. This is a very strange question. Increasingly strange question. I want us to write it like that. It's a very unfamiliar context for a problem. So we need to make a constant. Okay, well, so if I work backwards, plus b on ax plus b all divided by x, and this is apparently equal to 20x squared minus 22x plus 6 on x times 5x squared minus, oh no, ignore the x squared, 5x minus 3. What would be really nice here is if we could discover that 5x minus 3 is a factor of this, which it might be. Hang on. 5x minus 3 before minus 3 minus 2, 4x minus 2. Does that work? Minus 10. It does. Shit, alright. So that equals that divided by x times this. So this equals 4x minus 2 on x, which is 4 minus 2 on x. So hence we have our a and our b. A bit of a strange question, if I'm honest, but not awful. Whenever you get a fraction like this, they're both going to have a common factor, basically always. So that's just the way you work. This one was the one that everyone sort of went, what the with, but it's because no one had really been introduced to the letter E, or should I say the number E, but it's just a number. It's about 2.71, and so you just treat it like a number. So you say V equals 40 plus K, which is a constant, e to the minus 0.5 t. The original price of the laptop was 900. Okay, so the value is 900 when time is 0. 40, that's going to become 0. E to the 0 is 1, because anything to the power of 0 is 1. So you're going to get 40 plus k. So therefore k equals 860. So hence we have volume, not volume, equals 40 plus 860 e to the minus 0.5t. And what's important to remember here, folks, is 50% of original value, that's just 450. And now it's an equation, we have to solve for t. T. So 410 divided by 860 equals e to the minus 0.5t. Hopefully you can see how I've got there. Now we know what to do now, right, with logarithms. Now you could use your standard logarithms, but I'm going to show you a trick. If you take the natural logarithm, ln, this is a logarithm of base e, which means when you take ln of this, it just spews this back, because ln of e to the x just equals x. So if we take ln of e to the minus 0.5t, we're just going to get this, and then hence your answer will be ln of this equal to t. And then you put that in the calculator, you just go natural log 410 divided by 860 in the brackets, and then divide it by minus 0.5, and you're going to get about 1.48. Did I buy that? T is the time in years. Yep, I'd buy that. You know, after 1.5 years, you lose half your value. Determine where the quadratic crosses the y-axis. Is tangent. So if it's tangent, then it means this is going to be a positive one, right? So it means that this equation, which I'm just going to simplify because people don't like it in that form, 29 divided by 2 is 14.5. This is much easier to deal with. Y equals... Yeah, so it's going to be like this, right? So there's only going to be one intersection. So what you can do now is you can say, well, y equals this, which means x squared minus 2k times y plus 32k equals 0, which means that x squared minus 2kx minus 29k plus 32 equals 0. Now, when you've only got one intersect, this is an equation which will solve for an x coordinate. And there's only one x coordinate. So hopefully you've been taught the discriminant, b squared minus 4ac. Now, if we make this equal 0, there will only be one solution. So you just plug it in. So this is our b term, this is our c term, this is our a term. I'm going to rewrite this as, no, I'm not going to do that, plus, okay, it's minus, but you see what I do in a trick. B squared is negative 2k squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c. Now c is, if we made that positive, then we'll just be looking at minus 29 okay, plus 32. And this equals 0, which means 4k squared minus 4 plus 4 times 29, 116 minus 32 times 4 equals 0, which means 4k squared, that should be 116k, 4k squared plus 116k minus 128 is equal to 0. If I made a mistake, looks a little bit complicated, but it looks right. And then you reach for your graphics calculator to solve this. I mean, I've Maybe they want you to do it manually. I don't see why. It's not really showing any sort of intelligence or skill. Do I buy that that is the answer? K equals 1.064. Really? Really? Does it really equal that? Four K squared minus 4 times A times C should be plus. Yeah, that should be minus. Well, that's what it's telling. Or negative 30.06 is the other answer. Determine whether, well, okay, so x squared minus 2 times k minus 2 times 1.064 2.128x minus 29 times 1.064. I'm almost certain this is wrong. This cannot be right. So we get x squared minus 2.128x. Now k must be... k is a non-zero constant. But this is too high, so k must be... oh, no, it could be that. 30 point plus... plus 1.144 equals 0, and then solve that quadratic. I am liking this less and less by the second. Those are imaginary numbers, brilliant. Perhaps we need to use a different value of k. The other value of k was about 30, negative 30 point something. It was like negative 30. So, does that work? Are we going to get x squared minus 2 times minus 30x minus 29 times minus 30 x squared plus 60x zero, and then we solve this one, 160 870 plus 32. That's imaginary 2. Oh, sigh. What the... this shouldn't be this difficult. It doesn't seem that hard at all. I mean, okay, let's look at this graphically, because if I'm really struggling with this, either I'm overlooking something. Of course I'm overlooking something. Desmos, come on. Load. 2 is tangent to the quadratic. So 2y is equal to 2x plus 29, which is it's the same as saying y equal... oh, Jesus. Y equals that 14.5, and then we have x squared minus 2ky plus 32k equals 0. So that's the value of k that we want. Or is this y tripping us up? Do I have to put this in manually like this? Oh. What the fuck? What's it done? Negative 30 to 30. Okay, well that just can't be right then, can it? Oh, that y is falsely being represented. So what this is really saying is x squared plus 30. It's defined well, not implicitly, but it's saying this. So y equals x squared plus 32k divided by that's what it's saying. Okay, that's quite a fumble if I'm honest. X squared plus 32k on 2k. Okay, on 2k. So it's gonna be, let's just look at what we're looking for. It's gonna be like that, right? Okay, so the answer, okay, so the answer is 3. We need to prove the answer is 3. If you got 3, well done. Okay, so I'm gonna sub this time. I don't know where I went wrong last time though. So I'm gonna sub in x plus 14.5 is equal to x squared plus 32k divided by 2k. Therefore, 2kx plus 29k is equal to x squared plus 32k. So 0 is equal to x squared minus 2k. I swear this is what I had before, but plus 3k. Okay, so discriminant equals 0, therefore 4k squared minus 4 times 1 times 3k is equal to 0. Ah, right, this is looking a lot more promising. 4k squared minus 12k equals 0. 4k, k minus 3 equals 0. K is equal to 3. Oh, thank you. Okay, which means that y equals x squared plus 32 times 3 on 6. So we need to make, to make this equal to 0, we need to make x squared plus 96 equals 0, because that's what that equals. So x is equal to the square root plus or minus root 96. Oh. Crosses the y-axis. Oh, right, so you made x equals 0. Oh, okay, that was like... Well, hang on, this should yield a... Oh, this is plus. Yeah, right, whoops. Okay, that makes sense. It's a bit of a fumble. This question is taking way too long. So y equals x squared plus 96 divided by 6. So x equals 0, y will equal 96 divided by 6, which spews out 16. So if you get 16 and 3, you're going to get E8. I'm actually quite confident now in that. Yeah, bingo, right on it, on the money. Find m as log. Okay, these are your log ones, so hopefully you remember your log rules. You're going to make this the exponent. This is plus. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. So 3m is equal to 15. Therefore m is equal to 5. Solve the following equation. log base x 64 cubed is equal to 6. 64 cubed equals x to the power of 6. And then by inspection you can go from there and say that 4 to the power of 3 is 64. Oh, that's no use to us, is it? I'm going to get 9. Okay, I guess just take the 64 to the power of 3 to the power of a 6th is equal to x. So that's going to be the square root of 64 equals 8. Okay. Final expression for p in terms of x is, oh my days, that just looks awful. Okay, so 5 to the 7x plus 6 divided by 5 to the minus 2x, because this is just 5 squared, equals 125p. And this just equals 5 to the 7x plus 6 plus 2x. But that just equals 5 to the 3p. Therefore, 9x plus 6 is equal to 3p, or 3x plus 2 equals p. 3x plus 2 equals p. Find the value of 6 plus log... What? Oh. Oh. Right, okay. I was like, well, how are you supposed to do this? I'm going to just rewrite this so you can see what's going on. 6 plus log base b of b to the minus a third plus log base b of b to the half. This equals 6 plus. Now remember, you can bring the minus 3 to the front. But log base b of b will just be 1 plus, bring the half to the front, log base b of b is 1. So you get 6 minus 3 plus a half, 3.5. Using an algebraic method, solve 4 to the x. Is this the excellence question? Oh, this is kind of them. Okay, if you don't know what to do here, you're screwed. But if you've seen this before, it's the world's easiest question. Let lambda equal 4 to the power of x, okay? Which means that lambda minus 10 on lambda equals 3, which means that lambda squared minus 10 equals 3 lambda. Lambda squared minus 3 lambda minus 10 is equal to 0. Minus 5 plus 2 equals 0. So lambda equals 5 or minus 2. Okay, which means 5 equals 4 to the x. Therefore, x is going to be equal to log of 5 divided by log of 4, because you're going to take logs of both sides. You're going to have log of 5 equals log of 4 to the x. Log of 5 equals x log to the 4, so divide through by log to the 4, and that equals whatever. Okay, so the second option, minus 2 equals 4 to the x. So you're going to have no solution. This is not a solution. This can never have a solution. Hence, this is your answer. Solve the following equation. Well, like, how do they want you to do this one? 5. Does it factor nicely? Let's do one for the old ages. Let's see if it factors nicely. Minus 6 equals 0. 30, so 15 and minus 2. 5x squared plus 15x minus 2x 5x times x plus 3 plus 2 minus, that should be minus 2 times x plus 3, so 5x minus 2 x plus 3, x equals 2/5 or minus 3. Okay, so you want to see if this factors. This one, 9x squared minus 16 equals 0. Let's just solve this. X squared is going to be equal to 16 on 9. So x equals 4/3. So this can be written as plus or minus x plus 4/3, x minus 4/3 equals 3x plus 4, 3x minus 4. Okay, 3x plus 4, 3x minus 4, just remember that. So 3x plus 4, that's the bottom. This top bit, we just need to inspect now. Does 3x plus 4, is that a factor of the top? So I'm going to get an x, and I need to make a plus 8. So that would be plus 2. That's not going to give minus 10, so hence that's not a factor. I sure hope 3x minus 4 is a factor. It's going to be x plus 2. No, x minus 2, which I think works, oh, for goodness sake. I think that works out perfectly. Okay, that's on top. On the bottom we have this 4 times 3x minus 4, so we can cancel through by this, and we get x minus 2 on 3x plus 4. That's the simplified version. Oh my days. Oh my sweet mother of... Oh, Jesus. This is such a horrible question. Okay, well, I guess it's cross-multiply time. X squared plus 2x plus k multiplying into x plus 2. This probably isn't actually that bad. It goes into x minus 3 times x squared plus 7x plus 10, which would imply, if we expand both brackets, should we only really care about the k's? K of x plus 2k, that's all this bit here, right? Equals, oh no, we should expand the whole thing. Whoops. Yeah, a bit sad, but whatever. If we expand all of that, we're going to get x cubed plus 2x squared plus 2x squared plus 4x plus kx plus 2k. And if we expand all this, we're going to get x cubed plus 7x squared plus 10x minus 3x squared minus 21x minus 30. And now we can, so we've got a kx here. So we have, all we really care about is 4x plus kx is apparently equal to 10x minus 21x, which would mean, because that's just by comparing coefficients, which mean x times 4 plus k equals minus 11x, which means that k equals minus 15 to make this minus 11. I think k equals minus 15. It's good enough. And here we go. The boat question. Oh my days, this is not the last question. What? Okay. I thought this would definitely be the last question. Apparently not. A narrowboat. Surface of the water. It now is 3 meters deep. Okay, so here's what we know. 2.5. I'm going to say that's 0. I'm going to call this 2.5. And this is 3 meters deep. Here's the coordinate system. Hence, our parabola can be written as y is equal to a constant times x minus 2.5. Now, you could, I guess, use, you didn't use calculus, but because x equals 3 when y prime equals 0. Yeah, let's do that. That's probably easier. 2.5 kx. Now this isn't the calculus paper, but this is still a valid method as long as you show working. Now this equals 0 when x equals 3, and 0 equals 6k minus 2.5k, therefore k equals 3.5. kx squared, so we need 2kx minus 2.5k, 0 when x equals 3. Yep, k equals 3.5. Hence the equation is y equals 3.5 x minus 2.5, and we need to find the, okay, so 2.2 across implies that this distance here, that very small this distance is 0.15 meters, because it's 0.3 divided by 2. So y equals 3.5 times 0.15 times 1.5 minus 2.5 equals minus 1. Y equals 0.5 times 0.15, 0.525. That's the y coordinate, which is, so the boat is going to get stuck 0.525 meters down. This is the 1 meter line. It's got stuck here. This is the boat. It needed to get further down, hence the boat doesn't fit, so it won't be able to float in this canal. It's a bit weird how it needs to be kept below 1 meter in order to float over. Okay, actually this is the hardest question in the paper. Total surface area of the candle. Okay, I guess it's just, okay, so the surface area of the box has height of h. It's going to have this is just going to be 2r, because this is the width across the box, it's 2r. So what they're saying is the surface area of one panel, is 2hr, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 6 because the top's open, so we've got 6 of them, so the surface area of the box equals 5 times that, so it's going to be 10hr. Surface area of the cylinder will be pi r squared. Well, it's down here. Equals that. Okay, so therefore 10hr is equal to 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Dividing everything through by r, we're going to get 10h is equal to 2 pi r plus 2 pi h. Expression for h in terms of the radius, so h times 10 minus 2 pi equals 2 pi r, therefore h times 10 minus 2 pi divided by 2 pi is equal to r. That's the answer. Not too difficult, if I'm honest. Just, you've got to recognise that that is the thing. This is 2r across, and then just use the given hint. Alright. Is there any more? I don't think there's any more. That's all over. Ciao.